Good morning. My name is Lee, and I'm the CEO of Nurture Growth Biofertilizer. Thank you very much for joining us today. We're going to be hosting a webinar about do biofertilizers increase yield and what growers need to know. What's happening in the world right now is fertilizer prices have skyrocketed due to social political events. In addition, there's also a limited supply, so farmers are looking for alternatives. And so we're here to present to you a webinar about biofertilizers and how they can help increase the yield. So I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Ankita, who is going to be presenting for today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Lee. Let me briefly introduce myself. I am Dr. Ankita Garkoti, working as a Senior Science Officer at Nurture Growth Biofertilizer. I am PhD in plant pathology and I have over 10 years of experience in agriculture research and extension. I worked as a scientific officer in organic farming department under Ministry of Agriculture in India and worked in the field of biofertilizers, organic fertilizers, and other biologicals. So today I'm going to talk about the topic, do biofertilizers increase yield and what growers need to know? So in today's webinar, we are going to cover these topics like first is the introduction about biofertilizers and how microbes influence plant growth. We'll talk about different type of biofertilizers, their mode of action and impact of biofertilizers in crop yield, fruit quality, Brix level, and reducing fertilizers with biofertilizer. Like we will talk about some real case studies with some examples, and we'll talk about limitations of biofertilizers, and we'll talk about nurture growth biofertilizers with the conclusion. So this at the end of the presentation, you are free to ask any questions. And you can send your question to the chat box also. And this is not a sales pitch, and this is a pure educational webinar to provide information about biologicals or biofertilizers. So let's start the presentation. As we all know that global population growth and increasing food demand are placing higher pressure on agriculture, produce higher yield. And as a result, growers often rely on chemical fertilizers to increase the production. While these fertilizers do help in plant growth faster, but excessive use of these chemicals and fertilizers cause serious issues as soil pollution, water pollution, and even affect air quality and human health. So because of these challenges, there is a growing need for more sustainable and efficient farming practices and sustainable agriculture, including practices such as organic farming, crop rotation, integrated pest management, biological control, and improving soil health practices are helping to go towards sustainable agriculture. So among these different type of approaches, biofertilizers are gaining significant attention as they can help improve nutrient availability and support beneficial microbial activity in the soil. There are a number of studies and field trials suggesting that biofertilizers may enhance crop growth. They can increase yield, improve food quality, and even helpful in increasing the Brix level in certain crops. So now the important question still remains that do biofertilizers consistently increase yield under real commercial growing conditions? So this is what we will explore in today's webinar. So let's start with biofertilizers. So these are substances which contain living microbes, which can be applied as seed treatment or plant surface, or these can colonize in the rhizosphere. And they help in increasing the nutrient supply to the plants. They provide primary nutrients and micronutrients to the plant. They establish a beneficial relation with the plants and other microbes and help in the growth and development of plants. So biologicals or these biofertilizers contain beneficial microbes. So let's understand how these microbes influence plant growth. So first is enhancing nutrient uptake. These microbes play an important role in providing nutrient uptake by fixing atmospheric nitrogen, by solubilization of phosphorus and potash, and making available other micronutrients to the plant. They also release or produce plant hormones which are beneficial for the growth of plant. For example, indole acetic acid, gibberellin, cytokinin, ethylene are some plant hormones which are essential for the growth of plant. So these microbes are in like helping in providing direct nutrient to the plant and also by releasing by the production of plant hormones. The next is inducing stress tolerance in plants. So these microbes help plant to develop tolerance against various abiotic stresses, um, as well as some biotic stresses by protecting the plants or help inducing tolerance in plants against different type of pathogens and harmful fungus. So next is improving plant productivity. So these beneficial microbes also improve they work in the rhizosphere area and they provide more and more nutrients to the plant and significantly enhance the plant productivity. So these are the functions of biofertilizer in soil. So first important thing is these biofertilizers are environmentally friendly and these are sustainable and can be used in wide range of crops and soil types. They are helpful in enhancing the crop production. They improve the soil microbial population and help in providing essential nutrients to the plant. They also make a symbiotic relation with the plant and help in the nutrient uptake. In addition to helping in the nutrient uptake and providing growth and development to the plant, they also work as a biocontrol agent and help the plant to survive against different type of pathogens. So these biofertilizer application on various crops and soil types, these use of these biofertilizer is a great way to go towards sustainable agriculture and improve our farming productivity and contribute to a healthier farming system. Yeah. Now these are the different type of biofertilizers. The biofertilizers can be divided into three parts. First is nitrogen biofertilizer, second is phosphorus biofertilizer, and the third is potassium biofertilizer. Nitrogen biofertilizer is again divided into symbiotic and non-symbiotic. Symbiotic biofertilizer, for example, rhizobium, they make a symbiotic relation with the plant and help in providing nitrogen to the plant. Non-symbiotic biofertilizer contains the free living bacteria, for example, azotobacter, which live free in the soil. The phosphorus biofertilizer, again divided into phosphorus solubilizer and phosphorus mobilizer. They solubilize and mobilize the available phosphorus in the soil, which plants cannot be directly absorbed, but these microbes, they make those unavailable phosphorus into an available form so that plants can easily absorb that. Potassium biofertilizer, again, there are a number of biofertilizer or microbes comes under this category as Bacillus mucilaginous and Frechuria aurantia are some example under potassium biofertilizer. So method of application, we can apply those biofertilizer as foliar application. We can do soil amendment. Also, we can do seed inhibition, like seed treatment also, we can use them. Now, mechanism of action of biofertilizer, there are two methods. First is the direct method and the second is indirect method. Direct method, in this mechanism, the microbes, they provide the essential nutrients by like fixing atmospheric nitrogen, by making the available phosphorus and potash available for the plant, or by secreting different type of plant hormones by with the help of siderophores, because there are some microbes which produce siderophore, which are iron binding protein, and make them available for plant. In the indirect method, there are mostly this is associated with the biological control activity, like they produce antibiotic which inhibit the growth of harmful pathogens, and they induce systemic resistance in plants by which the plant uh, survive against any type of attack of these type of harmful pathogens. So direct mechanism is directly providing nutrients to the plant. The indirect method is protecting the plants against harmful, um, mostly the biotic pathogens. Now the mode of action. Mode of action is like number of microbes like fungi, bacteria, algae, or symbiotic or non-symbiotic microbes. They act as a biofertilizer. They can be used as a biofertilizers, and there are a number of mechanisms. So first is they help in the plant growth promoting factors by fixing nitrogen, by solubilizing phosphorus and potassium, and providing micronutrients to the plant. They also work as a biocontrol agent by making symbiotic relation with the plant. They make the essential nutrient they provide essential nutrient to the plant, and as a biocontrol agent, they inhibit the growth of harmful pathogens. In addition to these characteristics, they also help in improving soil health by increasing soil porosity and increasing soil aggregation and making the soil very nutrient rich and making a healthy soil. So which is also an important part when we are talking about more yield or a healthy plant. So soil health is one of the important factors. So these biofertilizers, they are contributing towards providing essential nutrients to the plant. They are fighting against harmful pathogens, as well as they are contributing towards the healthy soil system. Now, what is the impact on crop growth? So in this picture, we can see that uh, the plant is in the left side, the plant is very small. So this picture is basically showing the available phosphorus, like the phosphorus which is present in the soil, but the plants are not directly able to absorb. So what these biofertilizer does is presence of these microbes, they are making this insoluble phosphorus by production of organic acids, and they are making these insoluble phosphorus by the process of acidification. They are making it soluble and releasing the soluble phosphorus, which the plant root can absorb, and the plant growth and promotion due to increased availability of phosphorus. So these beneficial microbes or these biofertilizers are increasing the nutrient availability, enhancing the soil fertility, and improving root development. So if the root of the plant is good, there is good root development, then the plants are able to absorb more and more nutrients. Those nutrients the plant can use for their growth and development, and finally will get a healthy plant and more and good increased yield. This is an example of garlic yield increased with biofertilizers. So in this case study, they used biofertilizer and recommended dose of fertilizer. And what they found is by using biofertilizer with recommended dose of fertilizer, they have found that the bulb weight and root length is more in comparison to the control one. This is a field trial in apple using nurture growth biofertilizer, where by using nurture growth biofertilizer, the size of the apple is bigger, uh, and also the increased yield is, like we can see, there are 12% higher yield in number of apples, and the apple tree is also 1 feet taller. So by using this biofertilizer, they are helpful in increasing the yield as well as helpful in improving the quality of the produce. Now, impact on fruit quality. So use of these biofertilizer not only help in the increasing yield, but also they are helping in increasing the fruit quality, as as they are able to fix atmospheric nitrogen. They are able to solubilize and mobilize phosphorus and potassium. So more and more nutrients are available in the soil, which are leading to healthier growth and better fruit development and increased yield. So because of the presence of these microbes, the nutrient uptake is increased, and plants are getting more nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and other micronutrients, which are important for the growth and development of plant, as well as for the fruit quality. This is an example in grapes where the use of biofertilizer is helpful in increasing the bunch and berry attributes in grapes. So here we can see treatment T4, where the bunch length, bunch weight, and length of berry, everything is in is increased in comparison to the just recommended dose of fertilizer. So they use the recommended dose of fertilizer with the combination of biofertilizers as azotobacter and phosphorus solubilizing bacteria and potassium solubilizing bacteria, and they are getting better results when they use recommended dose of fertilizer with different type of biofertilizers. In addition to the fruit quality and yield, biofertilizers are also play an important role in increasing the Brix level. Uh, this thing we can directly understand with the process of photosynthesis, as we all know that photosynthesis is a process by which plant make their own food in the presence of carbon dioxide and water. In the presence of sunlight, the plants make their food as carbohydrate or glucose. So when we are using biofertilizers, they are increasing the nutrient availability for plants. Plants are able to absorb more and more nutrients. This is helpful in the green growth of plants. So if there is more green surface, means more area for photosynthesis. Then that means the plants are able to absorb more sunlight. They are able to make more food as in glucose. So this is helpful in increasing the Brix level of plant. So the whatever fruit are making in that plant, they are more sweeter in taste because it is helpful in increasing the Brix level in the plant. So this is the slide where we can see that there is increased microbial activity in the soil. That means more nutrient are available for the plants. And this is stimulating the plant growth. There are a number of examples of crops as tomatoes, strawberries, grapes, garlic, and citrus fruit, where we can see the examples of increasing Brix level because of the use of biofertilizers. This is an example of increasing Brix level in grapes. So in this studies, they used recommended dose of fertilizer with and as a control, and they use recommended dose of fertilizer with increased biofertilizer dose. So they have found that when they use recommended dose of fertilizer with in combination with the biofertilizer, the Brix level was higher in the grape trees. This is an example of increased Brix level in apple. So when they used nitrogen fixers with plant growth promoting bacteria, they found the Brix level was higher in apple. This is an example of nurture growth biofertilizer where they use two different varieties of grapes, where they can see that the yield was 17% in first variety and 53% higher in the second variety, as well as they found that the Brix level was also increased in the treated plants in comparison to the control one. So in addition to helping in the yield, fruit quality, and Brix level, the biofertilizers also help in enhancing water and nutrient efficiency in plants by making the soil enriched. These beneficial microbes as fungi, they spread their mycelium throughout the soil, which bind the particles together and promote soil aggregation. So this increases the soil porosity, which significantly improves the soil ability to retain water. So this is also a good characteristics of these biofertilizers, that they are contributing towards the soil fertility by increasing the water and nutrient efficiency in plant. So there are a number of benefits of using these biofertilizers, because by using these biofertilizers, we can reduce the dependency on synthetic fertilizers. So there are a number of studies are done all over the world where people are using biofertilizers and they are able to reduce their synthetic fertilizer use up to 20 to 50%. So there are some examples of different countries. They used these biofertilizers in apple, rice, tomato, wheats, and there are so many other examples where they used biofertilizers and they reduced the synthetic fertilizer application, and they were able to uh, get the similar yield when they used uh, biofertilizer and they reduce the synthetic fertilizer dose. This is also an example done in tomato where they used fertilizer, they used plant growth promoting rhizobacteria and arbuscular mycorrhiza fungi, and they found that that supplementing 75% of the recommended fertilizer rate with inoculant, these produced plant growth, yield, and nutrient uptake were equivalent to the full fertilizer rate without equivalent. So when we are reducing the fertilizer and we are including the biofertilizer, we are able to maintain the yield. And eventually, the positive thing is that the biofertilizer use is additionally adding the nutrients to the soil and making our soil healthy. And so this is the additional feature that they are able to get us good yield as well as they are enriching our soil. This is an example where we can see the effect of Bacillus pumilus isolates on strawberry yield. So they used different strains of Bacillus pumilus and they have found that there is decrease in the black rot disease as well as there is increase in the total strawberry yield by using different strains of Bacillus pumilus. So this is also the example where they have seen that the effect of Bacillus pumilus isolates on growth area of strawberry black rot disease under laboratory and as well as in field conditions. So they found the similar results in laboratory as well as field condition that by using Bacillus pumilus strains, they are able to reduce the disease incident as well as they are able to increase the yield. So these biologicals are able to help dual way as increasing the yield as well as reducing the disease incident. This is the effect of inoculation of Bacillus subtilis on ginger. So they used Bacillus subtilis species on ginger and they have seen that the plant height, number of leaves per plant, leaf length and leaf width is maximum or more in the Bacillus subtilis treated plants in comparison to the control one. This is the example of Bacillus subtilis strain on the radial growth in botrytis scenario. So by using uh, these biofertilizer, they are not only helpful in increasing the yield and quality of the fruit or plant, but also they are able to reduce the growth of harmful pathogens. As in this picture, we can see that the control one is there is more pathogenic growth in the control one, and there is decline in the growth of pathogen when they treat it with the Bacillus subtilis strain. So this is showing that they are able to suppress the growth of harmful pathogens as well. Now, in addition to these many uh, benefits, there are some limitations also which are associated with biofertilizers. Uh, for example, the storage and shelf life is one thing where most of the biofertilizers, they require a specific condition for storage and their shelf life also depends but it depends again upon the which type of biofertilizer or which type of product you are using. It varies from, like, I have seen some examples where the shelf life is just 2 weeks, but there are some biofertilizer which have 2 year or 5 year also. So this is one thing. The results also may vary because when we use synthetic fertilizer, we see instant result, but in biofertilizers, the results are there, but they are slow because the microbes make association with the plant. And it a consistent result, but it takes time when we rely upon biofertilizers because the nutrient release is slow in biofertilizers. The other thing is that there is lack of awareness also about the biofertilizer, but nowadays people are moving towards biofertilizers and sustainable agriculture because biofertilizer is a great way towards sustainable agriculture, but still there is need for awareness for these biofertilizer and these type of biological products. And we need to understand the positive effects of these biofertilizers as they are helpful in the growth and development in the plant, as well as they are contributing to the healthy soil as well. So there is need of this awareness. The quality control is also a big thing, because there are a number of products in the market, and you really don't know which one is how is the quality of these products. So we need to understand which is better for your use. And there are a number of products in the market, so it's a little confusing for people that which type of crop they are growing and which type of product they should use. And cost is also a factor, but we need to understand that by using biologicals, we are not only using these biologicals or biofertilizers in our plant, but also we are making our soil fertile and more healthy. So eventually, by using these biofertilizer again and again, we are making our soil healthy, and we are going towards sustainable agriculture. So, and in today's time where the fertilizers price is increasing too much, so going towards biofertilizers is a great alternative. Now let's talk about nurture growth biofertilizers. So nurture growth biofertilizers is a biofertilizer which contain beneficial microbes. It has nitrogen fixing biofertilizers, nitrogen fixing microbes, phosphorus, potash, and other microbes, which are present in a concentrated quantity, and which we can mix in water and use in our field. So this is helpful in improving the soil health, as well as water retention ability, increase in the water retention ability of the plant in the soil. It also has these many number of microbes, so it enhances the nutrient availability and uptake to the plant. This is 100% certified organic and chemical-free biofertilizer, and it contains only beneficial microbes. And because of the presence of these microbes, it is increasing the enhanced nutrient availability, and which is helpful in promoting vigorous growth. And this can be used in any type of crops. So in addition, it is also helpful in uh, it builds the resiliency to climate-related or abiotic or biotic stresses, because they have beneficial microbes as bacillus, trichoderma, which are able to help the plant to fight against various biotic as well as abiotic stresses. So this is all in one treatment, which we can use in any type of crop. And now let's talk about why to choose biofertilizers. So first thing is this is cost effective, as other chemical fertilizers are these are nowadays the price of chemical fertilizer is increasing. So using biofertilizer or can be helpful in reducing the need of chemical fertilizers, and as well as since it is contributing to the healthy soil. So it is a cost-effective way by which we can go towards healthy crop. And it is also enhancing the soil health. By using these biofertilizer, they are helpful in improving the soil structure as well as fertility by fixing atmospheric nitrogen, by providing phosphorus, potash, and other micronutrients. And this is decomposing organic matter and enriching the soil with beneficial microbes, so contributing to the healthy soil. These are environmentally friendly because when we use chemical or fertilizer, right, if they are helpful in increasing the yield, but excessive use of those fertilizers can damage our soil by making like soil pollution and different type of negative effects, as they are they are contributing to soil pollution as well as water pollution, and there are so many negative effects in human health also. So contributing to the healthier ecosystem, biofertilizers are a great alternative, because these are environmental friendly, and these are sustainable and biodegradable. These biofertilizer improve plant growth by making the more nutrients available for the plant. They are helpful in increasing the root growth. So once the plant roots are deep and strong enough, they are able to absorb more and more nutrients. So overall growth and development of plant improves by using these biofertilizers. and enhancing nutrient availability, as they are providing essential nutrients and micronutrients to the plant. So they are helpful in enhancing nutrient availability for the plant. And last and not the least, sustainable agriculture. These biofertilizers contribute towards sustainable agriculture by supporting the biological processes of plants and contribute to long-term soil sustainability. And we are going towards a resilient agriculture system. So if the soil is free from chemicals, it will retain its fertility, and beneficial microbes are there. So this healthy soil is beneficial for our current crop, as well as in our future generation, or whatever crops we are going to grow in the next season. These beneficial microbes are making our soil healthy, and this is good for our next season crops as well. So at the end of the presentation, these biofertilizers play an important role in sustainable agriculture, because nowadays there are so many challenges with the chemical fertilizers, and increasing price and excessive use of chemicals have so many negative effects. So reducing those chemical fertilizers and introducing these biofertilizer in combination with those chemical fertilizer, this is a great way by which we can go towards sustainable agriculture, by which we can reduce our cost by reducing the chemical fertilizers, and we can use these biofertilizer, we can contribute towards the healthy and better soil. And these biofertilizers are helpful because they are not only helpful in enhancing the crop yield, fruit quality, bricks level, but they are also contributing to act as a biological control agent for the plant. They are protecting the plant from various biotic and abiotic stresses. In addition to that, they are also helpful in long-term health for our soil. So it's a great way. By using biofertilizers, we can go towards a greener environment. We can go towards a farming system which is able to withstand the future challenges, and we can go towards a healthy and environmental friendly agriculture or sustainable agriculture.